Is a child ready to go back to school in September? In this video, I share 5 signs that your child may not be ready as you think, and exactly what to do about each one. My name is Frances Hammond, founder and CEO of Parenting Bloom Institute and Little Leaders Mentorship Academy. Follow us on social media, on Instagram and on TikTok, to learn about parenting and anything child related. So for today in our class, we are going to learn 5 signs that shows your child is not ready to go back to school. 5 signs your child is not ready to go back to school. Are you ready for this class? Matter of fact, are you prepared for what is coming? If you are, let's delve right into it. Sign number 1. Your child is still in full holiday mode mentality. Let's look at this picture. School is in session. You have to wake up very early in the mornings to prepare for school. Sometimes your body and your soul are not willing to go to school, and then your parents will have to just drag you through it all. And then vacation comes, and guess what? You can finally sleep in. Wake up at 10 p.m. and 10 a.m. or any time. You can decide not to read any book because there's no exam in sight, and you can just be relaxed about things. And there's a difference between resting during the holidays and completely switching off. So parents, if your child is waking up at, let's say, 10 a.m., sleeping late, has not read a single page, or done anything that requires thinking, the brain has essentially gone on leave. Yes, it's not only humans who go on leave, the brain also go on leave because you are not fully activating it. So going from zero structure to doing whatever we want to do to a full school day is a shock to the system. And sometimes that shock shows up as tiredness, resistance, crying in the mornings, or poor concentration into the few weeks of school. So sometimes I interact with teachers a lot, and when I interact with some of them, they're like, the first few weeks of when school opens are very stressful because it's like the children know nothing. It's like they're coming to school with tabula rasa, and it's because of the routineless holiday they get to experience during the holidays. And so what can you do to avoid this as a parent? First and foremost, start with a gentle routine at least minimum of 3 weeks before school resumes. So you wake them up at a consistent time, you make them read at a consistent time, and you gradually reduce screen time. I know that for most of us as parents during the holidays, it's like the screen is our assistant parents. We just say, take the screen, the children do whatever they like on the screen, and which causes them to sleep at whatever time they like. But when school is about to reopen, the long vac is coming, and the long vac is the reason why I made this video. Usually the long vac is about 8 weeks, depending on your school your child attends, but I think it's basically 8 weeks. And so when school is about to reopen, let's say the last 3 weeks, let your child be in routine. Ideally, whether on holiday or not, your child is supposed to be in a routine. Your child is supposed to follow a schedule so that they will be able to follow through seamlessly when school reopens. But I know parents are busy. I know they're going to leave them with nannies and the rest. Some are even going to leave the children on their own. And it's like when the cat is away, the mouse will play, the children are going to do whatever they want to do. And sometimes the parents are not there to supervise. So for those who are busy and may not be able to follow through as they are supposed to, at least when the school is about to reopen, as a parent, you can take your leave from work. Ideally, as parents are supposed to take our leave from work when our children are coming home, especially for the long vacations. So for example, mommy can take first 4 weeks, and then daddy also take the next 4 weeks. So during the long vac, parents are there to teach children and bridge gaps and everything that is involved. But if I'm unable to do that, at least 3 weeks to school reopening, take that leave and ensure the children fall back into schedule and routine. Number 2, your children are anxious and you haven't addressed it. Your children are anxious and you haven't addressed this as a parent. As parents, we really need to observe our children. It's an observation game. You know that with some children, when school is about to reopen, they go quiet as the school approaches. They become clingy, they start complaining of stomach aches, or suddenly don't want to talk about school at all. And if you are paying attention as a parent, you realize that this is anxiety. And unfortunately, most parents either miss it or dismiss it. What is it? You don't want to go to school? My friend, hurry up and package yourself. Whether you like it or not, you go to school on Monday. Instead of looking at the root cause of why the child is being anxious, you are dismissing it because you are too busy, or even missing it because, matter of fact, you can't be bothered. But that is where you come in as a parent. So when you notice these signs in your children, you have to pause. Come down to your children's level and be a safe space for them. Start a conversation, ask questions like, is there anything you are worried about? Are you looking forward to the school term? Is there something that happened last time that I should know? Ask these questions in a way that will let the child feel that you want to connect with them or understand their world, and not because which fan asks you to do it and you are just doing it in a personal way. So what are you looking for to school? Why don't you want to go to school? No, just make it interactive, make it fun. Let the child know that you are listening to them and you really want to find out what it is, and assure them. That is why you need to be a safe space with your child. That is why connecting with your child is a non-negotiable. You cannot be acting cold towards your child and then all of a sudden 3 weeks to school reopening. What is it? Why are you feeling anxious? Why? Is there anything you want me to know? It doesn't work that way. No child will open up to you like that. So you have to be on top of your game as parents. That is why we are starting we are opening our founders page to the public. We want to train parents to raise wholesome children, and it's a 1-year accountability program. We are starting with the first few people we get. We want our groups to be very small so that we'll be able to ensure that each parent is following. If you are interested, slide in my DM on TikTok, on Instagram, or even write interested under the comment section in this YouTube video, and I'm going to send you the details. Let me tell you something. Parenting is not a joke. It's not a walk in the park. It requires intentionality. Children are not part of the important work as parents. They are the important work. Let me say it again. Children are not part of your important work. They are the important work. They are the important work. Intentional parents, one of my favorite quotes that I really like is, intentional parents do not react to the school year. They prepare for it. So before September should show up, you will start preparing months ahead. And that is why I'm doing this class for you in June, so that you'll be able to listen to it in by bits, push your notes down, see what you need to put in place. So by the time September shows up, you are ready. And get ready, we are having our back to school masterclass in July, where I'm going to teach parents how to prepare for the entire school year, how not to focus on school fees and books and feeding fee only. See, if you are getting value from this class already, you can imagine what I'm going to teach in the paid class. The paid master class is 200 cedis for 2 days. I'm going to teach parents, and I'm going to give them access to worksheets, and I'm going to give them access to ask all questions on their mind. This is once in a lifetime opportunity. You do not want to miss it. Forward it to any parent you think will be interested in, or forward it to your school groups, your old students groups, any parents group you have, or your church groups as well. People need to hear the message of intentional parenting, and we at Parenting Bloom Institute are committed to making sure that happens. That happens. And so be a safe space for your child, as I've already said. Start a heart-to-heart conversation with them. Delve into their world and see why they are becoming anxious. Number three, Their confidence took a knock last year and nobody dealt with it. I'm going to repeat number 3 again. Their confidence took a knock last year and nobody dealt with it. Your children's confidence took a knock last year and nobody dealt with it. You see, as parents, this work we've been called to do, it's like majority of us or some of us do not see how important or do not understand the intentionality of what we've been called to do. I mean, as the very first day you became a parent is the day you cease to do things anyhow. Imagine your child's confidence taking a knock. It might be last year, last term, last month. And you did not deal with it because you did not notice it. Even for majority of parents, even if they notice it, they don't do anything about it. And so sometimes this confidence, the knock on their confidence may look like they failed the subject, they were bullied, they were told something harsh by a teacher or a colleague. It could be any of these things. And so if a child ended the last term feeling like they aren't smart or good enough and that has never been addressed, they are carrying wounds into the new term. So imagine your child going through this and you do not know. That is why I keep stressing that join the 1-year accountability group. We are going to train you. We are going to train your eye for you to see gaps in your children and address it immediately and nip it in the bud. Because look, parental wounds are very difficult to heal. Very and extremely difficult. So before the new term begins, what can you do when your child is facing this or going through this? You need to have an honest conversation about the new term with them. Acknowledge what was hard about the previous term. And remind your children that struggle does not mean they are failing or they aren't capable. Matter of fact, struggle is part of the process. What you do with it is what matters. Last week I taught a class on building a growth mindset in your children. I think you should go and listen to that class for you to understand these points better. If you haven't, please listen to it. And whilst you're at it, subscribe to the channel. It will help the channel grow and we'll keep on doing more of what we do. Remind your children that struggle do not mean they aren't capable. They're just part of the journey. So they need to have a growth mindset to know how to overcome this. And then above all, help them set a new goal for the new term. It's an error to let your child enter a new term goalless. Goalless. One of my favorite quotes is, a prepared parent raises a prepared child. You have to prepare yourself as a parent in order to help your child. So sometimes it will look like setting goals for yourself as a parent. But I'll talk about that in another point. But listen, a prepared parent raises a prepared child. Point number 4. You haven't spoken to your children about the new school year. You haven't spoken about it at all. Like for you, it's business as usual. You know, parents assume children know what is expected of them, but they fail to realize that majority of children don't know and they need direction. They need to hear from you what the school year is about, what to expect of them, and the assurance that. See, the most motivated children are not motivated because of their teachers, but because a parent looked them in the eye and said, I believe in you and I am with you. Are you willing to connect with your children? Are you willing to put in the work? Are you willing? Your presence matters more. See, as parents, we underestimate our presence, we underestimate our influence, and we tend to outsource it to other people. Nannies, caregivers, teachers, Sunday school teachers, and the likes of that. But you are very influential as a parent, and you must use that influence to your advantage. You must use it to your advantage. So what can you do? Before school resumes, sit down with your child and talk to them about the term ahead or the year ahead. Ask them what they want to achieve and write it down together. Make it feel like a team effort. And from time to time, you visit these goals to see, have we achieved it? So you can do it. What I usually do is on a month-by-month basis. Or we say we're going to read more this new term. Have you been able to do it? They say we're going to revise every weekend. Are we still on track? So when you do it, your child knows that you are invested in that process. You are invested in their growth. And that will motivate them to put their best foot forward when the school term resumes. And then sign number 5. You, the parent, are not ready. And I'm going to put one of my favorite quotes again. A prepared parent raises a prepared child. If you, the parent, you are stressed, you are disorganized, you are reactive, and you are running on empty, your child feels that. What you fail to understand as parents and caregivers is that children absorb the energy in the home. So a child whose parent is calm, prepared and intentional, walks into the school term differently from a child whose home is chaotic every single morning. I'm going to share one of my favorite quotes with you. I know by now you'll be like, Coach Fan, how many favorite quotes do you have? I have lots of favorite quotes, and I remind myself each day by reading them. September rewards the parent who prepared in July. Did you hear that? September rewards the parent who prepared in July. Are you ready for the school term? Listen to classes like these, implement, and see how successful your children will thrive in the new term. So what can you do as a parent to prepare? First things first, you need to sort out your own morning routine as a parent or caregiver. Your own morning routine. You know the school term, you know the school days. You know when school is about to vacate, the school will give you a printout of all the school activities in that upcoming term. So put it at a place where you will easily see it. What I usually do is, because I'm giving more than one because of the number of children I have, I take one and paste it on my door. So as I'm walking out of the door, I can easily look, oh, so midterm is in 2 weeks, this is in 3 weeks, this is that, and I need to prepare. In addition to finding another one for documentation purposes. So as parents, it makes you know what is coming and prepare adequately towards it. Remember, your preparation is your child's peace of mind. Your preparation as a parent is your child's peace of mind. Are you willing to put in the work? Are you willing to do what it takes? Are you willing to prepare for the new year and new term ahead? Are you? My name is Coach Fan, founder of Parenting Bloom Institute and Little Leaders Mentorship Academy. Follow us on all social media pages. Prepare for our back to school masterclass. Register and sit pretty in class as the day approaches. Till our next class, follow for more. See you.